Have you ever felt like you don't quite fit in? Like you see the world differently than everyone around you? That's not a weakness. It's your Sigma nature waking up. But here's the thing, every Sigma male goes through a transformation. A journey filled with unexpected challenges, isolation, and ultimately, silent domination. Most men follow the crowd. You don't. And in this video, I'll break down the 6 powerful stages every Sigma male experiences, from breaking free of society's grip to becoming an unstoppable force. Stick around till the end, because if you've ever felt different, this might just explain why. Number 1. The awakening stage. At some point, every Sigma male experiences a moment of realization, a time when he notices he's different from the people around him. While others chase approval, follow trends, or desperately try to fit in, he feels disconnected from it all. It's not that he dislikes people. It's just that their way of thinking doesn't make sense to him. This stage often begins in school, at work, or in social circles, where he starts questioning why everyone blindly follows rules, seeks validation, or plays by society's script. He notices that he values independence over popularity, depth over small talk, and logic over emotions. This realization can be both empowering and confusing. On one hand, he feels liberated knowing he doesn't have to follow the herd. On the other, he may struggle with feeling out of place, wondering if something is wrong with him. But here's the truth: nothing is wrong with him. In fact, this awakening is the first sign that he's built differently, wired to walk his own path. Instead of forcing himself to fit in, he begins embracing his individuality. He stops seeking approval, distances himself from meaningless drama, and starts questioning everything. Why should he live by someone else's rules? Why should he care about impressing people who don't matter? This stage is the foundation of his transformation. It's the moment when he stops being a follower and starts thinking like a true Sigma male, self-reliant, independent, and completely in control of his own destiny. Number 2. The rebellion phase. Once a Sigma male awakens to his true nature, he can't unsee the truth. Society's expectations no longer make sense to him. This is where the rebellion phase begins. But unlike loud and reckless rebellion, a Sigma's resistance is silent, strategic, and deeply personal. He stops following the script that was handed to him. He questions everything. Why should he work a job he hates just to impress others? Why should he fake friendships that drain his energy? Why should he live by someone else's definition of success? These thoughts ignite a powerful transformation. At this stage, the Sigma begins cutting ties with anything that limits him. Toxic people, pointless social norms, and expectations that don't align with his values. He may quit a draining job, walk away from shallow friendships, or stop seeking approval from family and peers. He's not looking for validation anymore. He's creating his own path. This phase can be challenging because it often leads to isolation. When a Sigma stops playing by the rules, people notice. Some will try to pull him back, calling him cold or arrogant, while others may resent his independence. But a true Sigma doesn't care. He doesn't need permission to live life on his own terms. Instead of fighting battles to prove a point, he lets his success do the talking. He focuses on building skills, financial freedom, and mental strength, things that make him untouchable. This rebellion isn't about destruction. It's about redirection. He's not rejecting society just to be different. He's choosing his own destiny, one that's built on freedom, power, and complete control over his life. Number 3. The isolation period. After rebelling against society's expectations, a Sigma male enters a phase of deep isolation. But unlike loneliness, this isolation is intentional. It's not about escaping the world, but about finding himself. At this stage, he steps away from distractions, fake friendships, and meaningless social interactions. He chooses solitude to rebuild himself from the inside out. This is where he learns, grows, and refines his mindset. Instead of wasting time chasing approval, he invests in his skills, knowledge, and self-discipline. He realizes that solitude is not a weakness. It's a tool for transformation. This period can feel intense. He might question everything: his goals, his past choices, and even his purpose. Society often teaches that success comes from networking and socializing, but the Sigma sees through the illusion. He understands that true power comes from self-mastery, not external validation. During this time, he becomes highly selective about the people he lets into his life. He distances himself from toxic influences and only connects with those who add value. Silence becomes his greatest weapon, and self-awareness becomes his superpower. But make no mistake, this isolation is not forever. It's a phase where he strengthens his mind, builds his independence, and prepares for his next move. When he finally steps back into the world, he does so on his own terms, stronger, wiser, and completely in control. This is the stage where a Sigma male goes from lost to unstoppable. Number 4, the self-mastery stage. After going through isolation and deep self-reflection, a Sigma male enters the self-mastery stage, the phase where he transforms into his strongest, most independent version. This isn't just about gaining knowledge or skills. It's about mastering his emotions, mindset, and actions to build an unshakable life. At this stage, a Sigma male eliminates all weaknesses. He no longer reacts emotionally to challenges, nor does he let external influences dictate his choices. Instead, he trains his mind to stay calm under pressure, think strategically, and act with purpose. Every decision he makes is calculated, and every move serves his bigger vision. He also hones his skills relentlessly. Whether it's career, business, fitness, or financial independence, he knows that true freedom comes from self-reliance. He doesn't wait for opportunities, he creates them. While others chase approval, he builds a life where he answers to no one but himself. Another key part of this stage is emotional control. A Sigma male no longer allows relationships, criticism, or social pressure to affect his inner peace. He knows that people will come and go, but his self-worth is non-negotiable. He values deep connections, but never depends on them for happiness. This is the stage where he becomes truly untouchable, mentally strong, financially secure, and completely independent. His presence becomes magnetic, not because he seeks attention, but because he embodies power in its purest form. At this point, the Sigma male is no longer just surviving. He's thriving on his own terms, unstoppable and in full control of his destiny. Number 5, the silent domination phase. This is the final and most powerful stage a Sigma male reaches, the phase where he doesn't just succeed, he does it quietly, effortlessly, and without seeking validation. While others boast about their achievements, chase status, or try to prove themselves, the Sigma male lets his results speak for themselves. At this stage, he has already mastered himself, his emotions, skills, and independence. Now, he moves through life like a silent force, influencing without trying, succeeding without noise, and winning without showing off. People notice his power, but they can't quite figure out how he does it. A Sigma male in this phase controls his environment without demanding control. Whether in business, social circles, or personal relationships, he naturally commands respect. He doesn't dominate through aggression or authority. Instead, his quiet confidence, strategic thinking, and unshakable presence make him a leader without ever asking to be one. Another key part of this stage is his ability to stay under the radar while making moves that shake the world. While others are distracted by attention and competition, he is focused on building, growing, and securing his future. He doesn't waste energy proving himself. He simply becomes undeniable. People admire him, some envy him, but no one can ignore him. His influence spreads not through loud words, but through unmatched actions. This is the moment when he fully embodies the Sigma mindset, living life on his own terms, thriving in silence, and dominating without a single word. Number 6, the true Sigma mindset. Reaching the final stage isn't just about success. It's about becoming the ultimate version of yourself. A true Sigma male doesn't chase approval, doesn't seek validation, and never compromises his values for temporary gains. His mindset is built on independence, discipline, and quiet confidence. At this stage, a Sigma understands that freedom is his greatest asset. Freedom of thought, freedom of movement, and financial freedom. He has mastered the ability to think for himself, make his own rules, and walk his own path without hesitation. One of his biggest strengths is emotional control. While others react impulsively, he remains calm, observing situations with logic and strategy. He never wastes energy proving himself to others. His presence alone commands respect. Another key trait of the true Sigma mindset is adaptability. He can thrive in any environment, handle any challenge, and remain unfazed by setbacks. He doesn't fear failure because he sees it as part of growth. While others make excuses, he finds solutions. But the most powerful part of the Sigma mindset, he doesn't need to dominate others. He only focuses on mastering himself. He builds silently, moves strategically, and creates a life entirely on his own terms. At this stage, a Sigma is no longer searching for his place in the world. He has created his own world. And there you have it, the 6 stages every Sigma male experiences. If you relate, stay focused and keep growing. True power speaks for itself. If you found this valuable, like, share, and subscribe for more. Turn on notifications. And I'll see you in the next one.